Broke ass nigga, what you do today? The young OG, bitch, I talk more shit than Dogface.
The most dangerous voice in Detroit is running all over the YouTube streets. You better look over your shoulder, because you never know who or what's going to get it next. Because Dogface TV is in the area.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go, people. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. My mic sounds nice. You know, I'm a first generation hip hopper, so when I say my mic sounds nice, y'all know that's the precursor to me busting up funky groove.
You already know.
That's the precursor to me getting busy on the ones and twos.
You ain't good on the ones and twos.
Hey, Boogie, don't be hating on my intro, bro.
You ain't good on the ones and twos.
Hey, listen, my name is Dogface Calderon. I am Dogface TV podcast. This is the YouTube streets. This is our summer madness edition. We listen to YouTube streets, the ensemble. We haven't been on in about 2 or 3 weeks, and it's all Boogie's fault. Boogie got a job painting flip-flop cars and putting candy paint on old schools, and he ain't gave us none of his time. And on top of that, soul sister number one right here, been rubbing baby oil all over the state of New York.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
They say he had more Astroglide than baby oil.
I got Windex for him.
And I would like to let y'all know, Dogface is a lie. I ain't got no job. I'm still unemployed. Okay.
No, hey, listen. This look at
listening to him.
I'm still unemployed. He's gonna cut through all that baby oil that
Don't be telling nobody I'm working. Hey, don't be telling nobody I'm doing flip-flop paint. I take pride in not having a job.
I'm sorry, Boogie. I didn't know that you took pride in being shiftless. A shiftless, underhanded motherfucker. I didn't know.
Tell nobody I be working using my hand.
Hey, listen, this is the YouTube streets. This is the summer edition. Y'all see it on the ticker at the bottom of the screen. Hey,
first of all, forget all of that because you're going to clear my name. I was not the one that was up in the courtroom with cases upon cases of Astroglide and cases upon cases of baby oil. The only baby oil I use is the baby oil I put on me after my showers. On me. I don't rub it on nobody else but me.
Hey, you see what this is? This is the cut in the grease and the grind of that fucking trial that you had to sit through and listen to all that. I'm Dogface TV. I'm Dogface TV podcast. Hey, listen, can y'all introduce yourself for people who don't know y'all?
Ladies first.
Oh, here we go, Boogie.
Okay, thank you, Boogie. You're such a gentleman, Boogie. You know. Anyway, what's popping, everybody? I am the doc tender, that girl Henny, and I'm up here with my peoples, the YouTube streets. And you can follow me. If you're not following me, then what the hell are you here for? Because you should be following all of us. Hey, y'all.
Right.
Shout out to the Henny gang. I see y'all.
We got Public Figure Boogie. That's me. We've been gone so long, I almost forgot who I was. But y'all go ahead, subscribe to Public Figure Boogie TV. Same thing on Instagram. We back for now.
He said for now.
So y'all
already know it's juice. You feel me? Hit the Beat Factory 313. Y'all want to hear them gangster stories. You feel me? Y'all want to hear them woe stories. We got them for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Check us out on all social media platforms. And check out all my co-hosts and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button for us. You feel me?
And I'm Doggy Dog.
You want some bullshit. That's what you
Here we go. Hey, listen. I'm Dogface Calderon. I just dropped my single called Tractor, produced by Helluva and Chewy. It debuted on the Amazon music charts at number 2 right behind Drake.
Go run that up.
Y'all go run that single up. It's called Attractive Dogface Calderon. I'm a multifaceted, Hey, Henny, did I interrupt you?
Did you over here lying to the people? Because you know you was over there playing that song on every device you own to run it up.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I played it on every device I own. That bitch.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. So listen, I don't know what gossip is. Gossip is somewhere frolicking. Is that it? Yeah, frolicking is a word. He's somewhere frolicking around somewhere doing something. Hey, listen, I think we need to start with the 900-pound gorilla in the room. And that is one of our illustrious members of the YouTube streets, Henny. She spent more than a month in New York City, sitting in the Diddy trial. She was given a media pass and allowed to go in there and listen to all of that debauchery and a bunch of freak ass shit. I think we need to update Henny. Diddy, it was 5 charges on the RICO indictment.
Right.
He is found not guilty of 3. He is found guilty of 2 of the 5 offenses.
Correct.
What offenses was he found guilty of? And then give us a brief synopsis of what your mind, when you were thinking there, what was going on?
Okay, so get y'all water, get y'all blunts, whatever else y'all got, because this is gonna be a little bit a minute. All right. So he was found guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, which is the Mann Act. Both for Cassie and Jane, which were the girlfriends who later found out they weren't girlfriends, they were actually sex workers in disguise. My mindset going into it, you know, I already had heard a lot of the stuff. We all heard stuff since Wendy Williams was talking about him. So I already kind of had a little thing in the back of my mind, but I said, you know what? Once I started reading the 35 predicate offenses of the RICO, I said, let me clear my mind of all the clutter that we've heard in these streets, and let me pay attention to everything that's being presented to me in this courtroom and focus on just that, because that's what this case is about. And honestly, sitting there listening to all of the sex, I honestly was walking out of there some days confused because I just couldn't understand what was happening. Like, we're sitting in a federal courtroom listening to personal sexting conversations. I was blown back and surprised by a lot of the things that the agents shared with us, like how when you delete things off of your phone, you think it's gone, but it's in a hard drive somewhere in your phone, and it can lay dormant for a long time, and it doesn't disappear until your phone needs to write over that file. But until then, it's still somewhere in your phone, and they can extract all of this stuff out. And that's what ended up happening, and how they got all of these text messages and audios that we were listening to. I did think that he was going to be found guilty of at least the trafficking and the Mann Act. The government did break down through evidence, giving us charts, text messages, how conversations started. Diddy telling them, look, I'm going to book the place, you go and you get the entertainment. And then we're seeing how everything was moving, how text messages went out to the escorts or the prostitutes, because that's what they were, went out to them, inviting them to come out to either LA, New York, or Miami. We see the travel agent booking those flights. We see the hotel room getting booked. We see what day they got there, what day they flew in, what day they left the hotel, and what days they flew out. The damages, because there was a lot. When I say there was a lot of oil, Jesus Christ, the damage that was in those hotel rooms was, oil every damn where.
So the damages was oil all over the walls and floors and carpet, and what? So it was oil damage.
In one of the photographs, we see a whole pile of sheets that are filled with baby oil on the floor in the hotel room. You see towels. Then they had like a silk chase that you lay on the chase chair. Oil on the chair. There's a suede chair. You literally could see an ass print in oil on the chair. Candle wax, stuff like that. The room was trashed by the time they got done. Baby oil bottles, liquor bottles, you saw all of it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't have it right in front of me, one of the rooms that had the most damage to it, I don't know if it was the $50,000 or $90,000 worth of, they had to completely shut the room down and redo it. But that was something that one of the hotels had as a note whenever he came in, to charge him extra because he leaves a lot of oil stains, to shut the room down to be deep cleaned. And a lot of those workers were complaining about how you could smell the room before you got there, because Diddy liked to have that room on 75 degrees. And they were in there having sex for 3 and 4 days sometimes with these escorts, sometimes changing the escorts out. But that's what they were doing in these rooms. They would have sex, maybe sleep a little bit, get up, sex again. Like it was a lot going on. So yeah, I was like, all of this is going on in federal court. Like I felt like we was watching
a slip and slide contest.
No, a Pornhub play just playing out in front of our eyes. Like I felt like I understood why they didn't show this on TV. They would have had to stream this directly to xxx.com or whatever. It would have had to be over there because it was just diabolical.
I got a question, Henny. So when you were sitting in the courtroom, did you ever say to yourself, did the idea ever cross your mind that, hey, maybe we shouldn't be here for this? Or was it abundantly clear through all the sex conversation and sex evidence was it clear from the beginning that Diddy had done something? Or was it because from a TV, I mean, from the news reports, like, why are we hearing this shit? Where's the crime? I'm like, I'm looking for the crime.
And see, the thing is, that's how a lot of people felt. But like I told you guys before I even got there, I had started educating myself on what RICO was, because we started hearing this, right? We went from hip hop cops to hip hop RICOs. Don't steal that, because I'm working on something with that. You steal it, I'm going to strike your goddamn channel, whoever you are out there listening. Anyway, so they feel like they weren't getting what they were needing to get, right? But that's because they didn't take the time to educate themselves on what was going on in this case. So as you start looking at, if you, like me, you start looking at the 35 predicate offenses, you're listening. Me personally was listening in court for things that rung the alarm for these predicates. At first, I remember leaving the court and being on live and saying to people, this is a Cassie RICO. This case is literally built off of Cassie's lawsuit. And this was like week 2. Other people probably caught it because I didn't get there until week 2. So I'm sitting there and I'm walking from the court. I'm like, this is a Cassie RICO. But then as I'm really listening to what's going on, I'm saying, okay, you've got assistants testifying. You're establishing the enterprise with their testimonies. Certain names kept coming up after Cassie got off the stand. KK, D-Rock, Fahim, Roger Bonds, Ruben. More so the others outside of Roger Bonds than him. But these names kept coming up. And then I'm listening to what the assistants are telling us. And I'm seeing how they were accomplices to what was going on. But it took thinking to see this. So I understand when people say, I don't understand why we're here. Because with Cassie on the stand, it was a lot of talk about the relationship between them. I didn't really feel like we shouldn't be here. I did feel like, damn, are we supposed to be listening to this? Because I felt like we were really like eavesdropping on somebody's conversations that they were having. Because when you're sexting your partner, you don't think anybody's going to be reading them in federal court.
No, you don't. I got a question about the Cassie thing since you brought that up. Right, perfect segue. There was a lot of conversation when Cassie was on the stand. I think in week number 1, there was a lot of conversation about how effective the defense was at discrediting Cassie. Is it true from your perspective? You were sitting there.
No, I was not sitting there.
Well,
I wasn't there for Cassie's testimony. I came after her testimony. I was following it online. But what made me say, you know what? I said I was going to cover this from the beginning and I need to get my ass up there to New York, was the fact that while we were reading, and shout out to Inner City Press because they did a good job at what they did. But I noticed that while we're reading, those of us who were using that format as a way to inform the people, I noticed there were times when something didn't make sense to me. And so there were people that were getting those transcripts, and I'm reading the transcripts. They were being sent to me. I'm reading the transcripts and I'm like, that's missing. We're not getting the whole story. So I had to go up there to see for myself. So I wasn't there for Cassie's testimony, but I have read her transcript. And for me, with the government, I mean, with the defense, they were more so harping on the relationship, about this being a relationship. They talked more about them being in love. So their counteraction to the government was this was a loving relationship. Well, nobody is debating whether or not they had good times, because even in the most toxic of relationships, you have your good times. But there were those other times, and that's what we're here listening to.
Right. So in retrospect, you came week number 2. So in retrospect, when the vibe had already been set with the introduction of Cassie right off the bell, and you said initially, even before you went to New York to kind of like bear witness firsthand with your own eyes, that it was a Cassie RICO, because this RICO, and I think that bore out to be true, because the case was largely in part, if not wholly in part, with a few caveats, it was everything that we saw in the civil case. It was all the information, all the people. It was all spelled out in the civil lawsuit. So all the feds did, I don't think they did any independent research. I think if they would have been more effective. I think they just simply took
her, right,
whatever was considered to be felonious out of her lawsuit and then built the RICO off of that.
Well, her lawsuit was definitely the foundation of it. But as we started going on, I didn't feel like it was a Cassie RICO anymore. But that was my initial thoughts on week 2, that it was a Cassie RICO. The reason I say it wasn't just about Cassie is because at some point in time, we started moving through the timeline. Now, Cassie had a bulk of it because she was the one that was with him the longest. When we jumped from Cassie to Jane, the timeline shifts. And now we have a new set of assistants. Security is there. You know, you see the shift happening. For me, the thing that kind of messed up the timeline for them was Gina not coming, because Gina was supposed to be the one that testified in between Cassie and Jane, because she would have filled that gap from 2018 to 2021, because through testimony, we learned that Jane was there when Cassie was with Diddy, and she was there when Jane was with Diddy.
That's what I was about to say. Was Diddy with all of them at the same time?
Diddy was with multiple people, yes. He was even dealing with Jane, which the case is over now. We know who it is. He was dealing with her while he was with Young Miami. So there's always been, and then of course there was Cassie and the Kim aspect and all of that. So yeah, he's always had a couple of them around.
Multiple sex partners. Hey, listen, I want to play a video if I can. And I want you to tell me what you think about this gentleman, because he kind of like broke down the ass end of the case, and he went over a lot of things that he felt like that were missing. I want to play this, and I want you to tell me what you think about what this man is saying.
What happened to all of the lies that were being spread about Diddy just a few months ago? Remember, they were saying that there was videos of him having inappropriate dealings with Justin Bieber, Usher, Meek Mill, French Montana, TD Jakes. Well, the trial just wrapped up. None of that evidence was ever produced. So it's safe to say that was a lie. Remember, the baby oil was supposed to be laced with drugs, and that when they would rub it on you, you would pass out, and that they would assault you, record it, and then blackmail you into signing bad record deals? That evidence never made it into the trial. So it's safe to say that's a lie. Remember, they were telling you that there were all of these videos of children being abused by executives from record labels and politicians? That never showed up during the trial. So it's safe to say that's a lie. The only thing that was exposed during the trial is that Diddy's a freaky cuck. And I'm not here to defend Diddy. I'm here to make a point. How these blogs are able to just lie and make up stuff and embellish. And then now when we find out that it's not true, They just move on like nothing ever happened, which is why you should be very careful if you are following these blogs and these influencers, because understand, you're not getting news. You're getting propaganda. You're getting absolute lies and smear campaigns.
So I'm going to stop him there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to address this first. So listen.
Okay.
I have a problem with what he's saying because he used the term blog.
Right.
Hey, Mr. Man, the major news outlets worldwide were reporting this, and we took their reporting as if it was gospel because they are supposed to be properly informed, properly vetted, major resourced out.
Right.
They're supposed to be reporting what they know is fact. They're not supposed to be surmising what they are guessing based on what somebody said. So all of the bloggers and YouTubers and commentators who operate on these platforms, we're reporting the information as we receive it, just like anybody else. So, and then most of this stuff was talked about by the lead in terms of prosecuting Diddy. They just never introduced it they never brought it up
right
in the trial. So it's not, you have it wrong, Mr. Man, when it says the bloggers. The bloggers, we're not responsible for what the prosecution is saying, what they are leaking. I've never seen a more leaked case in my life because the federal government, they utilized it. If the bloggers or the YouTubers are guilty of anything, it is listening to the federal government who is leaking information, who's engaged in a character assassination of Diddy before the trial even started. A lot of the information that we know about as far as the whole indictment, it was leaked by the prosecution side of things.
Allegedly, because we still don't know. And I'm going to say allegedly, not to stop your thought, because there's also been rumors that the defense was leaking stuff out as well. Don't know if that's true, but there's been rumors of all of that. And that's coming from being down there at the courthouse. There were rumors of that. Again, it's a rumor. I'm not saying anybody did anything. I'm just saying that's a rumor that things were being leaked from both sides.
Yeah.
Were you finished with your thought? Because I just wanted to make that point.
The gentleman said, hey, blogger. I'm like, blogger? What do you mean?
Right. First of all, let me go here with the blogger thing. Homeland Security, an anonymous Homeland Security officer, was the one who talked to CNN first and mainstream out major legacy media and was telling them, he didn't call a blogger. Went to mainstream media and was telling them about the cameras and minors and camera angles being in angles people were being recorded without them even knowing. They told us that there were sex rooms in his house. We didn't see any photographs of any sex rooms in his house either. And that came from a Homeland Security agent that was out there running their mouths anonymously because they didn't want to give up their name. So that came from them. And then when we heard that coming from a credible source like CNN, which I'm not holding them so much accountable, but that's where this person chose to go. So if we're grabbing that from somebody that is a credible and reliable source, because they have been for years and decades, we take it from them and we bring it out here and we deliver it to you. How is that then the bloggers? That's one. Two, just because it wasn't presented in this case, like you said, doesn't mean that it didn't happen. We still don't know. It wasn't within the time frame that this prosecution, they talked about 20 years. They didn't talk about 30 years where they could go back and bring up Tupac and Biggie and even Kim Porter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it wasn't even in the time frame, which my people, my subscribers will tell you that I was very, very straightforward when it came down to let's not talk about that because that's not a part of this case. When people were saying, oh, well, did they bring up Biggie or did they bring up Tupac? I would say we're not talking about that because that's not in this case. So I tried to be as responsible as I could be to keep the people focused on what the case was. Now, do I feel like we were let down? Yes, I do. Do I feel like they have possibly more information that they have not given to us? Of course I do. Do I trust the government? Of course I do not. But when they're the ones that have the ball in their court and they're presenting a case, I'm paying attention to what they're doing. And so I'm not going to say that things were a lie. What I'm going to say is things were not presented. Now, when we want to get into unalivings, there is a case coming up next year in February with Keefe D. Now, that's going to talk about unalivings. And before anybody could say, but they never talked about Kim, the prosecution did not want Kim talked about in this case because they felt like it would prejudice the jury because they lost their mother. Now they're going to lose their father. So they didn't talk about Kim very much, only to talk about her passing and how she was a figure in the background to Cassie and Diddy's relationship. So there's things that was not presented that we've heard. Because, I mean, come on now, just because we didn't hear it in court, does that mean that everybody who has come out over the years, and some of them we haven't heard from, some of them have just disappeared to the background. What happened to them? Everybody can't be lying. And I think that's the thing. Honestly, for me, I don't have a problem with people saying free Diddy. The man had a brilliant mind. But like I've been telling people, you're saying free Diddy. Free him where? Free him back into society? I say free him into therapy, intensive therapy, drug rehab, sex anonymous classes, rehabilitate him. Because this is a brilliant mind that we do have. Like you cannot deny the accolades that he's done, but let's not act like there's nothing there that hasn't happened. And that's what people are doing. And that's what grinds my gears because we've done this already. We did this with R. Kelly. We sat out here and celebrated after watching him pee on that little girl and have sex with her. And we celebrated. And then what happened? They spun the block, locked him up. And now I'm sitting back like that could be a possibility.
I don't know if you can rehab a man who takes the ejaculated semen from another man and gobbles it. And
man, we were thinking the same thing. Like nobody rehabilitated.
Convince me that you can rehabilitate. I mean, what kind of counseling? What do you say to him about his love to have another man's ejaculated semen rubbed about his nippies?
Okay,
they
first
don't
of
even
all,
want to help him with that. They good on that.
No, because okay, so voyeurism and cuckoldism is two different things, right? They wanted to introduce this as a cuckold, a cuckold, a cuckold.
What is that?
That is that is
what you say?
What you say about a cuckold. All right. So a cuckold, what we learned from this trial is a man who has bisexual tendencies, who lives vicariously through his woman and enjoys and gets off on watching her have sex with other men.
Cuckold.
Which is different from voyeurism.
Listen.
Because when it's voyeurism or swinging, let me tell you this. I have a problem with that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. As a female, I had a problem with that because y'all don't even want to get y'all fun time jizz on y'all, let alone another man's fun time jizz on you.
Hey, listen,
I'll be running from it.
Maybe scratching itch, bro. I just broke out the itchies. So listen. Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. I do not want to hear no more. I was fucked up last year when they introduced the power bottom term, when they said that TD Jakes was a power bottom, and that meant where there's a procession of men line up behind him and go up in him and bang him to the roof. I don't need the fun time jizz cockhole. I don't want to hear. I don't need to know that. The Bible and the Holy Quran did not intend holy and divine scripture. The universal law did not. This is some Sodom and Gomorrah shit.
Okay, well, don't strike me down because in those books, your fun time jizz ain't supposed to hit the floor neither.
I've been penitentiary. That shit gonna hit the floor.
But what I'm gonna say is, if he goes into intensive therapy, then if that be the case that he is a bisexual man, if that's the case,
no, ain't no if. That's been established. Listen, his guilt as it relates to the RICO wasn't totally established,
right?
But he comes out of this trial as a bisexual man, and in my mind, I don't believe in the term bisexual, because in my mind, if a man, see, I'm a bit of a what you call the word where I'm a sexist pig, right? I'm a sexist pig, right? So women being gay, they ain't the same thing as a man being gay to me. See, women can eat a little pussy, get a little pussy ate, suck a little titty, and we can have fun. That's fun.
Right.
When a man, if you a man and you take your hand and you grab another man's cock and you shove it in your mouth, ain't no coming back from that.
He didn't do that.
Well, listen.
No, listen. Okay, so the man would jizz on her, and they would go in the room. Okay, so this is how it went. The female would be having sex with the prostitute. The session would not end until the prostitute finished. Where he finished, Diddy would tell them where they would finish at. So he would finish on her, in her, or around her punana. And as soon as that happened, they would go off into the next room.
Right.
Cassie testified that Diddy would play in it and rub it on his nipples and have sex with her behind the other man. So he wasn't, I don't know if he was snowballing. I don't know, but he wasn't drinking it from the fountain.
What is snowballing? Now you ain't gonna keep on. You ain't gonna keep on
all type of shit. I don't know what the fuck that is.
My virgin mind, I can't take nothing else. Power bottom, sex, fun time, jizz, cuckold.
A cuckold.
Listen here, man. My mind is virgin. So you tell it. So
snowballing is when the fun time jizz is in the mouth and they kiss and swap it back and forth. That's called snowballing.
I need a cigarette
now,
after this.
In my own defense, somebody told me what this was, and I ain't gonna say who it was or where they was that told me, but this is how I found out, because somebody told me snowballing, and I said, what the hell is that? They told me, and I was like, that's freaking gross.
So snowballing is what?
You gonna make me repeat it?
Yeah, because I wasn't even trying to, I take my headphones off when you start talking about fun.
You did.
I barely hear you because I love what you say. Snowballing is what?
Somebody in the chat tell him I don't want to repeat it.
Look what Pammy say. Pammy, she just said I just threw up in my. So snowballing is when a man puts his fun time jizz in a woman's mouth.
In a female's mouth, and another female and her share it, or she shares it with him.
Share with who?
With
a
him.
Man?
Yeah.
So you telling me?
I'm telling you.
If a man ejaculates in a woman's mouth, and then
why are we going here?
Then another man come behind that and kiss her in the mouth. That's bisexual, ain't it?
I don't know what it is. I just don't want no parts in it.
It's time for us to grab our picket signs, doggy.
Yeah.
And that nigga need 20 years. Fuck this. We ain't going for that.
Normally I ain't no advocator of sending no niggas to penitentiary. But Diddy, he need therapy that only the Department of Corrections can provide him. I don't trust him out here in society.
We out.
You don't trust him in society?
No, the feds need to take him and do something with him before you let this man back loose. He's still a millionaire. He still got all this power. They still going. We know that people still gonna want to deal with that. That's the thing. All jokes aside, how much of his mystique, how much of his stature, how much of his power and influence does he lose by being convicted of anything in his trial?
I think
A lot.
I think he loses a lot of power.
You do.
Yeah.
And it's not because I don't think it's because of the convictions.
Uh-huh.
I think he don't have a hold of what he had once before. I don't think it's the convictions that make him powerless. I think it's what he had in his hands at the time, and now he don't.
What don't you have? Still a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, but who's gonna want to do business?
Nobody
Like, okay,
gonna want
here's
to do
the thing.
Nobody
Let me
want to
say
do
this.
business. Yeah.
Let me say this.
Don't forget we talking about Hollywood and entertainment game, don't you? Don't forget we are talking about Hollywood in the world of entertainment that's full of freaks and geeks.
But they was close to going down with him. This was way too close to home for them.
And this is twice. Now, if you want to go there, this is twice that they've been very close to home because we're still dealing with Epstein. But that's a whole nother beat.
Don't forget, he probably still got dirt on some of them too.
Now, wait a minute, because I think them raids to his house, that's what they was really raiding his house for whatever blackmail material he had. Because people keep forgetting. Let me tell you something. This Diddy case was based off of multiple layers. Okay. Yes. This was humiliation. This was a setup from Diageo. This was getting blackmail material out of his hands.
You believe the whole Diageo thing?
I do. I read that. First of all, I did a read on that. And while a lot of people was reading from the redacted, I unredacted that mother. I don't know how, but it got unredacted and I read it. The video was there. Basically, what Diageo did with Diddy was they bought him out for $200 million. They bought him out of his shares of De Leon. They gave him Ciroc, that was theirs. De Leon tequila was Diddy's brand. They bought him out his 50% from that brand and took it from him for that lawsuit. And he was calling him out for being racist. Now you up there with Diageo, and Diageo is old money, which means that old money from like the 1700s and 1800s and shit like that, they hobnobbing with each other. And you think that there's no ties into the political realm, the law enforcement realm?
Well, certainly
that's what all of that is about. That's foundational money that built this country the way that it is now, that government and all of that. So if you think they couldn't put in a phone call and you think they don't want their 200 million back, of course they do. And these other people, if he was threatening to expose them and all of that, they sitting there looking at you like no money. You done brought your ass up in here and lost your damn mind. You think you're going to threaten us because you done got a little status because of us. We'll take that shit away from you and we'll humiliate you in the process and make it hard for you, because now what people aren't talking about is Diddy is a felon. He is now a felon, which means that he has restriction in a lot of the things that he can do, because now he has an F on his record.
I mean, what can't he do?
I don't know, but they'll try to block him. Okay, I'm not that high up the chain. If you got an F on your record, you know that they restrict you for a while of the shit that you could do. You got to also think Diddy was trying to start a black political party that was FUBU, for us, by us. You rivaling against them. You really upsetting the higher ups.
Status quo.
Exactly. So there's a lot that's going on in this case. And then, who the hell taught him this nasty shit? Because that ain't shit that we innately are into.
Well, now listen, we know that, listen, there is no freakier, nastier, more disgusting person on the face of this earth than white people. White people, since the days of Julius Caesar, we know in the Greco-Roman Empire, they're the ones who introduced homosexuality on the planet. We know that. We know Caucasians are notorious gobblers and eaters and all this whole shit. It wouldn't be no, they ain't get it from Africa. Africans, we don't fuck with no, we spear chuckers. We're not spear catchers. We chuck the spear. We don't catch the spear.
But see, we're not going to get to them.
Hey, Juice, we spear chuckers. Even white people say that. We spear chuckers. We don't catch the spear.
But now we're never going to get to that level of who taught him that, because above him,
we know who taught him that.
Somebody else. Hold on, but who brought Clive Davis into that? And then who brought that person into that? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I want to. I mean, listen, I'm nosy.
Originators of that shit.
But I'm nosy. I want names.
Well, we need the Epstein file for that. Hey, listen. So, we have to move on. I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately. So Diddy doesn't. So the sentencing is coming up.
Yes.
Based on you being in the courtroom, Henny, what do you think the judge is in the mood for? Do you think the judge is going to stay in the guidelines because he's never had a felony conviction before?
Right.
So I know he comes in on the lower end of the guidelines, and he wasn't convicted of any assault or violent crimes. So what do you think the judge has an appetite for as it relates to sentencing Diddy?
Honestly, I think he might meet somewhere in between. You know, he's a level 14 at the base level, and then his points go up. And I think somewhere as they've accumulated, because he can get points for how many victims, he can get points for the drugs that were involved. And I think where the government was looking at was like either 24 to 26, a level 24, 26, which would give him about, I don't know if it's 4 years or 5 to 6 years, somewhere around there. But the defense is trying to just get him a year or two. I think the government might land, the judge may land somewhere in between. He could walk out of there with a 3 to 5. But then again, we don't know, because there was.
So ain't gonna be no 3 to 5. It's gonna be a one solid sentence.
Well, then I don't know. Maybe he might get 5. Maybe he might get 3. I'm not sure. I know a lot of people want him to get the maximum, but I've never been to the federal system, but just using my brain, I don't think the judge would do that. If anything, I think the judge might go as high as 7 if he does that, because there's other determining factors that have come into play. But for all we know, the judge could surprise us, because remember, Comey is out. And I forgot the guy's first name, but this guy Clayton was already down there, like interning. He's one of Trump's people that was down there in the SDNY already. So it's only a matter of time before he probably takes the reins. And I guess we're going to see where Trump feels with all of this, because if that's Trump's man, I don't know. Maybe Trump might say, make an example out of him. We don't know. We don't know, but I really don't know if he's going to walk away with 20 years, but it's possible as well. Now that I think about it, because Ghislaine Maxwell. Why
after he was charged with five counts in the RICO offense, RICO case. He got found not guilty of 3 of the most serious ones that have any violent.
He was facing life. Yeah.
Right. Why did that judge give him a bond when we have seen white people who have been charged with 10 times more egregious offenses and receive bonds? Why didn't she give Diddy a bond?
Well, he didn't give Diddy. He said he didn't give him a bond before the trial, so he wasn't giving him one after. And I think it, was based off of the violence.
Is that what he wasn't? But he wasn't convicted of any violence.
But the violence was also included in that transportation to engage.
Transportation engages. I'm just paying for you to come and freak off.
But that's not. But there was force, fraud, or coercion attached to it as well. So that's what the government is saying. And the judge came back and spoke about all of the violence that was in there in this case, and how the defense even admitted that he's violent. He has an anger, like temper. And the judge said, "Listen, domestic violence is something that's private. We can't monitor that." So no, there's no way for us to be able to monitor to that. And so he kept him in there. Now, I don't know, because if you look at Ghislaine Maxwell, she was a first-time offender too. And what did she get hit with? 20 years. Now, she got charged of more egregious acts, but when people are sitting back saying, oh, first-time offender, it can't happen. She got them 20 years, and now she's trying to appeal, but she's still appealing from behind bars. So I don't know, but I don't know. Honestly.
Who was her lawyer?
I don't know who her lawyer was, but I know Maureen Comey was the AUSA on her case. And Maureen Comey was the AUSA on this case. So now we got to see where this new prosecutor that's going to step into her shoes, we got to see where this person is going to go with it. And we don't know if they're going to actually put this on hold so that prosecutor can catch up with the case. I feel like 5 years. That's what I'm saying. 5 years, maybe.
Okay, I got you. So let's move on. Different subject. Lil Meech made national news again. He made headline news again. This time we have police camera footage of Lil Meech being detained by the police. What city was he in? Was he in Atlanta? What city was he in?
I think he was in Atlanta.
He was in Atlanta. He was detained with another gentleman, right? The police had searched the car, the vehicle. They had searched their persons. The police, they found a weapon. The firearm was registered, so that was an offense. Lil Meech, while talking to the police, he alerted the police that it was other stuff that they missed.
They missing something.
They missed.
Like father, like son.
You
like
missed
father, like son.
Hello, Juice Now. I want y'all to listen to this, and I haven't reviewed this before, but I want y'all to listen to this and tell me what y'all think. Let's listen to this.
Leroy detained on a traffic stop. I know he was a suspect in one of your guys' cases, and we have his passenger in custody with 269s.
I don't see how anybody can be confused on why this is going the way it's going. I could have told you before you got in the car, bro, if something go bad, you know they finna throw everything on you. I could have told you that. Clock in, clock in. Black guy that just walked in. Team Black got to stand up, man.
Hey, this Cadillac might take off on us. It's not pulling into the parking lot. It's stopped right now, but it's registered to Lil Meech.
Hey, go ahead and pull into the parking lot first.
No. We ain't stopping right here. You don't have to go. Could you raise gangs for TAC 1? Gangs you up. It's a matte black Cadillac Escalade, temp tag. Hey, this is 3280. Go to TAC 1. You're welcome. Come back. I got Good, man. Hey, should charge you money. Yeah. Okay. What y'all talking about? Y'all talking? It's not legal. Huh? It's not legal. It's not legal.
It's not legal what?
To have a firearm.
I'm talking about the other guy.
Huh? Talking about the other guy?
That nigga said the police said they find nothing. So the police find nothing doing a traffic stop. The police find 2 firearms that are legally registered. The police come back and say, "Hey, we found it's not illegal." He said, "What? What you mean not illegal?" He said, "What about the other stuff?"
What you mean?
That nigga said, "What you mean?" He said, "Nigga, the other stuff." I spoke to somebody. Now listen. So listen, I'm finna fuck y'all up for one time. I spoke to somebody and they said, "You know what that was? That was the wrong branch of law enforcement that stopped Lil Meech. Lil Meech, it was an anticipated stop by Lil Meech. The police who stopped him, the bumbling idiots of the Atlanta Police Department, respectfully, they didn't know what was really going on there. Meech thought it was the feds. So when he said, "What you mean? It's illegal." I mean, it's legal. No, I'm talking about the other stuff. What the fuck y'all doing? It's other shit. People who I've talked to on the inside said it was a setup by Lil Meech, but the wrong branch of law enforcement stopped him, and they didn't know what was going on the play. The local law enforcement stopped him, so the Fed stopped him. So that's why he responded, "What you mean it's legal?" No, the other shit. Fuck you mean the other shit? He was talking to them like they should have known that it was something else in the car. So the Atlanta Police Department stopped him, not knowing what the play was.
So you saying he working?
Yes, I'm saying he's a motherfucking. Who thinks that Lil Meech is strong enough to resist any kind of pressure by law enforcement, whether it's local, state, or federal? Raise your hand. By a show of hands on the YouTube Streets panel, who amongst ye thinks Lil Meech is strong enough to resist any pressure by law enforcement?
He'd chip off the old block.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question again. Henny, you have experience from the great state of New York all the way down to the great state of Florida. When Lil Meech, when the police say, "Hey, those guns ain't legal," I mean, that's not illegal. That's registered. That's all good. Lil Meech say, "No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the other stuff." He's like, "What you mean? The other stuff. That
nigga wanted to be, man, you know what I'm talking about.
Man, you know. Does that?
What you asking me?
I'm asking you a stupid question. I'm asking you, what in the fuck is going on in the Flannery Empire?
I guess that death before dishonor is just a tattoo, huh?
I don't think he got it on him. I think that shit stopped by time.
First of all, Lil Meech ain't been in the streets, but he playing in the streets because he played a gangster on TV. That's no, he's not built for that.
He don't know how to. He don't know how to turn the roll on and off.
No, he don't. He was all in. Thought the cameras was on him while they riding down the street. And then you get pulled over and you see a nigga real nature.
Southwest T, like I've been trying to tell y'all in so many words.
Hey, Henny, hey, Juice. I have a question for you guys. He knows by watching TV that those body cams are on. He's saying what he's saying without any hesitation whatsoever. With zero hesitation.
He didn't think he was gonna see it.
Right. So listen, they got away with it. Whatever y'all got pulled over for, player, y'all got away with it. Why? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? How can he spin that to be something other than what we all see it as by just our casual observance?
He can't spin it, but it's exactly what you said it is. Evidently, it was supposed to be he was on a real bus and thought they was the ones that supposed to been in on it. You feel me? So he exposed this stuff to the wrong motherfuckers. He thought them was the ones he was working with, and they what? You feel me? That's why they ain't know what the fuck he was talking about. Y'all good to go, G. You feel me?
So you saying that he's getting a government check like Tammy Cowens was?
Oh, it's for sure.
For sure. After that, and listen, there's nothing that his father or anybody, what they will say is, "Oh man, that's me. He a baby. He ain't part of the mob." Blah 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 blah. But you still haven't heard any of those mob official members come out and condemn him. Where's all the BMF members who've been standing on principle and law and the code? Why they ain't speaking out about this shit?
Because Mimi is a civilian.
Where that picture at?
He represents BMF though.
But he wasn't BMF. He was BMF through his father. That's lineage. But Mimi is a civilian.
So listen. So do we say? Because I'm trying to be mature today. Do we say, hey, listen, Are we expecting more of him because of his family tree? Should we not be expecting him based on who he is and what he presented and what he presents himself to be? Should we not expect him to toe the line? Should we not expect him to play the game? Should we not expect him to stand on principle?
No, yeah, he's supposed to stand on principle because what they represent as BMF. The thing is, he don't supposed to be involved in nothing illegal. And if he is participating in something illegal, he supposed to stand on business. Then you jumped in it. This what come with the business. You feel me? Other than that, you supposed to stay the fuck out the streets. Then, because once he got in the streets, then all that he is civilian out now. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because you smart enough to know this illegal what you doing. So when you took on that, telling on your co-defendant is out the question.
I agree with that. All jokes aside, because I was saying he was a civilian to be funny, but all jokes aside, not only that, I'm going to say you're watching what happened with your father play out on social media. You watched this happen. You saw how people are not going to be accepting and embracing anybody that even remotely comes close to snitching. So you put your mans out there to try to save your own ass. And that's something that I agree. You need to be reprimanded for that, because that's code of the streets. You jump off that porch and you go out there in them streets, it's rules, there's laws and bylaws and principles that you got to follow when you jump up off that porch.
Buddy, one of the most dangerous things you could be.
Boogie, what say you, Boogie, about this shit?
He a dope fiend.
Let's move on. Troy Ave is back in the news. Troy Ave.
Justified.
I think. What you just
think it's fake.
I said justified.
Justified what? What you saying is justified?
Play the video.
I'm finna play the video.
I think the video is fake.
So listen, here we have a video of an incident that took place near or around San Diego, California. He's pulling up with Chef Jeff, who's a famous celebrity chef, after a successful event that Chef Jeff had just put on. So they're pulling up to Chef Jeff's house. And according to early news reports, a robbery attempted as they were getting out of Chef Jeff's Bentley. And Troy Ave shot at the alleged perpetrator of the attempted robbery. Right? So let's just play this video. Troy Ave got the passenger in the car. Jeff coming out the driver.
It's your real life. You know, it's your real life.
Troy Ave,
it's your real life.
Ooh, I'm assuming.
You know, it's your real life. In this video, what you do? Oh shit! Oh.
That's a music video.
That was staged. They was acting.
It's a music video.
I keep forgetting that Henny is from New York. And so, Boogie, we know she's finna come with that bullshit. We have later discovered that was a staged event. They called the police and everything, like it was a real life situation. And for the life of me, the first thing I thought when I seen that is, hey, Chef Jeff, you know Troy Ave just came home from prison. You know he can't be around. He can't have no gun. You know that? Right. Why would you call the police to report something? I would just threw that nigga if he was dead. We would have got rid of that nigga. He'd been in the garbage. That nigga would have been floating and sent him out. That nigga would have been. They in San Diego. The goddamn border to Mexico is right there.
We took him over Boogie House.
Suarez,
we over Boogie House.
Yeah, Boogie's sister stay right there. We would have took that nigga to Boogie's sister house in San Diego and went to that tunnel.
Troy Wick fucked me up with that one. Troy Wick fucked me up with that one.
I'm going to say this. I am not an accomplice to anything. This is all scripted. We are not really planning.
Hey, Henny, they reported it as if it was some G. Now, come on, Henny.
It's a music video.
This is the New York bias that allowed Diddy to become the monster.
Hey, don't put me in that. Don't put me in that. Do not put me in that because
this is why DMX is no longer this Henny.
Hey, New York out of control.
Hey, Henny, it wasn't a skit, Henny. It wasn't a skit. They tried to get off on us with this Superman shit.
Okay, so you saying it was for clout?
Yes.
Okay. So it was a music video.
They tried to play the role. They tried to play the role.
They playing music. Look at it. It looked like something out of a music video. I'm not saying that that's what they doing, but a music video is what, dog face? What is a music video? It's fake.
It's fiction.
Right. So it's a music video. But I think that somebody need to go
Hey,
some fines or something for this. Wasting our time.
Are you telling us that Trey Ave and his partner Chef Jeff, they don't owe us no apology for this bullshit they try to get off on us with?
Yes, they do.
They should, but
all that big ass
the question is, are they gonna do it?
Trey Ave is a real life shooter. He don't need to do this shit. What he need to do is drop a hit record.
That's why
I don't know.
That's why niggas believed it, because they like he'll shoot something for real. So niggas like, hell yeah, he did that shit. Not me and Troy Ave gotta fucking sit down and talk.
I feel like, yeah, an apology should be given and an explanation as well. But are we gonna get that? No, I don't think we are. In all seriousness, all jokes aside, that could have really got Troy Ave jammed up though.
Yeah, because he ain't supposed to have no gun.
What were y'all trying to set him up? That's where my mind goes. Was you trying to set him up to take a fall?
We don't even know if it was a real gun or not. We know the whole.
It didn't sound like a real. Let me show you.
Yeah, it was staged. So my question to you is this: my question to you. So, but they actually call the police though, Henny? Why?
But that's a problem. That's a problem.
Call the police. See, listen, it's all fun and games. It was just like some YouTube skit shit,
right?
Right. But they called the police and reported an attempted robbery. Nigga, you ain't supposed to have no gun. And they surrendered the video footage. Listen, hey, Henny.
That's what I'm saying. Were they setting Troy Ave up? Like, was somebody setting him up? Because you took it that far to actually call the police. Like, police contact. Bye.
They gave that footage to TMZ.
Hey,
police contact. Bye.
Hey, Henny.
In the vicinity of a firearm.
As a convicted felon, he ain't supposed to have a pop gun, a BB gun, a pellet gun, a super soaker water gun, a starter pistol. He ain't supposed to have none of that shit. He just came home.
This is why I'm asking.
The gun law is federal, it's universal. He ain't supposed to have none of that shit. So why? Listen, if that's me and this happened, and we together, I'm not letting you turn no motherfucking footage over to nobody showing me with no firearm in my hand at all. Nigga, I just came home. I'm Troy Ave. They want to get me. I already got off. We killed them.
This is what I'm saying to you. This is why I'm asking, was this a setup? Because what do you mean I'm not going to let you turn in no video? Whose video was it? Whose surveillance was it?
The guy whose house it was, Chef Jeff.
All right then. So you hear what I'm saying to you?
So are
you going to stop me from turning in my home surveillance?
Nigga, if I pull a jammy out, if I pull a blicky out, trying to defend your soft ass, nigga, you gonna do what I tell you to do for the rest of this night at least. And if I kill this nigga, we're gonna chop this bitch ass nigga up, and we're gonna take this nigga down to Suarez, Mexico, Mexicali, and bury this bitch ass nigga under that goddamn border wall that Donald Trump talked about.
No, hold on, cause see, no, you're not gonna tap dance around this one. I asked, was this a setup? And you ain't answering the question.
A setup by who? How could he been set up when he was he a willing? He got a fake gun.
Did he know that it was? Did he know that this was happening? Was he part of the planning, or was this something that Chef Jeff or whatever his name is set up on his own, or set up for somebody else? Because you see, for me, my mind started going down the rabbit hole of conspiracy.
There was no shooting victim. The guy he had no real gun. Obviously, couldn't have.
Okay, so then if it's really not a real gun, and the dude ain't really dead. None of that has happened, and this was all set up by him. Then why is Troy Ave setting himself up? What's in the jail that you want to go back to? I'm sorry, I said it.
Computer ain't.
We even attach more intellectual prowess to these stupid ass rappers than they deserve. We not gonna act like these rappers are the smartest motherfucking, the sharpest tools in the shed. We know they ain't. This whole Troy Ave shit is newsworthy because it's news, but the shit is so fucking stupid no matter how it took place. Once we ascertained that was a fake incident, it was a skit. What's the point, my nigga? What are y'all doing? Who called the police? Who turned the security footage over to the police? And what are you doing?
So listen, his man's wrote a long ass letter talking about Troy Ave.
About that one.
And then you got Troy Ave saying, that ain't me, that's AI. His man's is thanking him. And Troy Ave is saying, that ain't me, that's AI.
You know it's fake. You know it's fake because Troy Ave ain't got arrested. He ain't locked up.
We were waiting.
Why isn't he locked up though? Because he shouldn't have been. No police. No, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let y'all.
Not even playing with a fake gun. He wasn't supposed to be.
You don't play with
exactly that.
You doing that for clout? We finna drop a single, and he has a single for the drop.
Mm-hmm.
Troy Ave.
So it could actually be footage. Is that what you're telling me? Because who called the police? Did the neighbor call the police, or did one of them call the police?
Well, whatever happened was that footage came from Chef Jeff's house. The person who
now hold on, because now I'm gonna go down another avenue with you and ask you a question. Now, what if this turns out to be a clip that is in that music video, and the reason that the police came is because the neighbors called the police, and he turned over the footage to show them that it was not real, that this was just staged for a music video? What if that's the case?
Oh, I have an answer. We know that's not the case. Nice try, though. Because of Chef Jeff's post on Instagram a day later, where in which he confirmed that it was in fact a robbery attempt, and he thanked Troy Ave for pulling out the blicky and defending him and saving his life.
That's promotion. Now, Dogface, I'm gonna tell you this: if he ends up dropping a music video, and that clip is in that music video,
he need to.
You gonna give me an apology?
No, I'm saying, what I'm telling you is he needs to do that. He needs to try to put a spin, because it doesn't take his gangster away. But like that, why you playing games like that? Why you? We look at you. We look at Troy Ave as, whether you like him, don't like him, whether you think he told on text on him or whatever. We look at him like a real nigga. You don't need the theatrics and the antics in order for us to look at you like you're a real nigga. We already know you're a real nigga, period. Based on your
post. Is the post still up there on Chef Jeff's?
Took that shit down. Hell,
okay.
Get down. Don't start that shit, Henny. Don't start trying to defend.
If it shows up in the video, if it shows up in a music video, the video and the post,
it need to. If I was his PR, I would tell him, we finna put the full thrust on this shit and turn this shit into a gaff. We finna use that into I would tell him to do it if I was his PR person. I would tell him to do it.
Just remember, if it shows up in the video, Henny said it.
Listen, Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe has paid this white woman to go away. Henny, Juice, Shannon Sharpe has put himself in a position where he has paid this white devil, this stringy-haired white cave bitch.
Look, you sitting there. I didn't know. Why we going so hard on her?
They was about to drag him. You feel me?
He was about to drag him for being a Diddy.
Yeah.
For doing the Diddy bop. So I have a serious question. And this whole thing is coming out that Shannon Sharpe let this 19-year-old white girl put a dog collar around his neck and had him walking on all fours and calling him a nigga. You my nigga, you my nigga, you my nigga.
They was doing slave cosplay too. Don't forget that.
What you said? What it? Here we go with more of these motherfucking.
I read the court docs. That's the difference. I read these court docs.
What is it called?
They was doing slavery cosplay.
What does cosplay mean?
Meaning where they dress up.
Costume play, you mean?
Playing, yeah, that stuff.
Big black
or they're role playing, one or the other.
Man.
Look here, man.
He playing big slave nigga with Miss Ann.
Man, got this big nigga crawling on the floor.
Penny, this 19-year-old white girl had him on all fours naked with a noose, dog collar around his neck, dog walking him around the house, calling him a nigger and saying, "You're my nigger, you're my sex slave nigger."
Well, did she coerce him into that dog collar? Or did he have her put the dog collar? Did he come out with the dog collar on and get on his knees and give her the leash?
He got fantasies on fucking Miss Ann and shit. He wanted to be back in slavery time.
I mean, the girl texted him and told him that she wanted him to put a big black baby in her. I mean, come on. He liked this shit.
That's wild. He wanted to go back to like, I want to fuck you in slavery time.
What type of creep is he, dog?
Hey, man, I ain't got time for y'all shit, bro.
So just imagine, though. I know he done took her to a barn and fucked her on hay and all type of shit. This is wild, bro.
Can you picture that big motherfucker running around coming? Yes, master. Master, you called me Miss Ann.
Well, listen, he paid her, but did you know that there's still another lawsuit out there that he's trying to block from a Michelle?
Oh, he got another one pending.
There's another one out there.
There's always, they come in pairs.
Listen, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this. If in 2025 you are still doing these freaky deaky plays for sex, then you're gonna get what you get now. Because Shannon Sharpe, okay, Diddy had Cassie calling him Pop Pop, and that's what she used to call her grandfather. Okay, so now you listen, you gonna listen.
My grandkid call me Pop Pop.
My kids called my daddy Pop Pop. So when I'm sitting there looking at him with this gray hair, and she's talking about Pop Pop is Diddy, I'm like, he looked like a Pop Pop right now. That is gross. But Shannon Sharpe was way older. This is where y'all got to stop this shit. And I blame this shit on Kevin Samuels. I said it. So if you one of them red pill, you stay off my channel because I will eat your ass alive. Now, I blame him because he got out here and got on his platforms talking about the 1% men, the men that are high value. They want these young girls on their arms. And look at what these young girls are doing. You about 50 years old. This girl is young enough to be your child. And you out here, first of all, he tried to get her to sign an NDA and she refused. And you still continue to do all of this with her. You got what you got.
Okay, Miss Ann.
When she refused to sign that NDA, you should have refused to pass over that BBC. I said it.
Man, he was crawling around on the ground naked.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, stop going for these young girls, because what you're seeing is these young girls is gonna set y'all ass up every freaking time.
So do you think it's a young girl thing, or do you think it's a traditional successful black man is
when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl? Yeah.
I don't think it's old because I'm old.
But what I'm saying is you old, but is you gonna go out here and get you a 19, 20-year-old dog face?
No,
exactly. Exactly.
Wait a minute, hold on.
At the end of the day,
that thing sitting there right. Here's
the thing. If this has been a tradition, and we know that, you see the older wealthy men, they got a younger woman. We know that, right? But these younger women are not playing anymore. They're not the young girls of yesteryear.
Listen, it's not a older man is attracted to younger women thing. These guys are it has to be a situation where they are going for the weakest amongst the barely legal the weakest amongst women. You're not dealing with high quality or high value women. You're not dealing with successful women who have careers as a physiologist or dentist, a doctor, a lawyer. They're going for women who come from nothing or who have not been properly groomed so they can fulfill their sexual fantasies with them. Older women ain't finna go for all this whole freak deep ass shit.
That's a lie. You just ain't met the right ones.
See,
that's the problem.
Nice.
They go for the mentally inferior.
What I really want to say is old bitches is the biggest freaks in the world because they've been through everything. They've been here, so they most susceptible to going off the deep edge and letting niggas stick a finger in their ass. I was trying to be nice. I'm trying to get a sister some a pass here. Let me sip my cheek.
Listen, they go for mentally inferior women because if you 50 something, what do you have in common with this girl besides sex or being arm candy when you go to these events to make you feel like you're the man?
Nothing.
Why?
They are successful men and they want what they want. I don't feel sorry for Shannon Sharpe. Let me get this straight. But to answer your question, let's have a real dialogue here for just a second. Mm-hmm. All of this is real dialogue, but let's just be frank.
Right.
Sometimes men don't want the relationship thing. Sometimes they just want the eye candy, and then later they want the sexual gratification of dealing with somebody who's going to do what they want to do. I don't think that she created this. You're a nigger, get on all fours, I'm a dog walk you. I think that's something that he has in his twisted, sick, demented mind. I'm not blaming this young lady for anything, but because you said he presented her with the NDA, she refused to sign it. Red flag. This bitch, go back home, bitch, gone. Let me get a more cooperative bitch. Because, bitch, you ain't being cooperative. You trying to out me. I can see what this is going to turn into. But he was so amped up and so revved up in his demented, perverted mind that he didn't give a fuck about it. You know that he knows NDA because he offered her an NDA. She refused to sign. When she said no, that was supposed to be the last time they ever seen or talked to each other.
Right. I agree with you.
Curve.
Well, see, here's the thing. There's this stigmatism that's out here as well. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, because Monique sat on his panel and told him he needed to stop playing with these younger girls and get him a woman that was more his age, somebody that would rub his feet and cook and do all of this stuff. But see, the problem is they don't want that, because when you get an older woman or a woman that's around your age has her own mind, and you can't convince her to do anything that she don't want to do. Well, you might be able to, because look at that. He's like, yeah. You might be able to convince her, but they're gonna give you pushback on some things. As where a young girl, you buy her a Chanel bag. No offense to the young ladies, but some of these women, you buy them young girls, you buy them a Chanel bag, and they cool. You can't do that with everybody. And I feel like y'all need to stop sleeping on the women who are in their 40s and in their 50s, because some of these 50-year-old women, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the general public.
Okay.
Some of these 50-year-old women are out here actually looking better, carrying themselves better than the younger ones, because some of them are looking like it's an age swap.
Look terrible. Yeah, it look terrible. Some of them do.
And for all of the men, you don't know what kind of woman you running up on. If you tell a woman that that's what you want, that's all that this is, then be that, stand on that, and she may just say yes. Because sometimes we don't want to be tied down in no damn relationship with y'all. Y'all give us headaches just like we give y'all headaches. Sometimes we just want to smash and dash too. So you got to be honest and tell them what you want up front.
Talk to us like that, Henry.
I tried to be very womanly when I said it. Was I too?
Hey, first of all, ain't gonna be no smashing and no dashing over here. We male chauvinist pigs, all of us. We do the smashing and dashing. We don't get smashed and dashed.
Yes, you do. Because you get left right there. You get a kiss on your forehead, and we leave out the door and go on where we going on. He said, I don't like that shit.
Hey, Juice, get your sister together, Juice. Your sister on bullshit.
You don't want the 200 left on the nightstand like in Boomerang?
I'll take it 200. I take it 200. I got my shit take gas.
But I'm just saying,
you ain't about to leave it on the nightstand, though.
No, I take it 200. I put it in my gas tank.
But I'm saying we've entered a new day and age, and this has to stop being the norm, because you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at a lot of these prominent Black men going down for sexual depravity, and not even depravity, diabolicalness. I don't even want to call it any debauchery. No, it's diabolical. The things that are going on in the bedrooms. And it's cool if that's what you like, but find you somebody that's going to like what you like and is with the shits. Because there's a lot of people listen, I talk to women all day long. You hear me? And there's a lot of women that's into a lot of different things in all different age ranges.
Right. Hey, listen, there's no age to being a freak nowadays, man. Hey, shout out to Miss J. Lynn, who sent somebody $5. Now, Miss J.
Thank you, Miss J. Lynn.
Hey, you ain't gonna be sending on one person on $5. We all need $5. You know what you do? You send Henny with 5, 10. You know I'm slow. 5, 10, 15.
$1.25 each.
We'll take down 25 cents between us. We got gas, we got bills too. Shout out to Miss J. Lynn. Miss J. Lynn has something to say too. She says $40 now. So for $40 we can get on now, Henny.
Actually, it's more than $40. The price of yesterday.
No. Donald Trump back in office. Donald Trump back in office. Ain't no scamming. Ain't no, and the dope been dried up. He didn't put out the thing about the fentanyl. Can't sell fentanyl no more. No, Henny. Put the price of pussy gotta go down. We living in
I seen the post. It's so tight out here. I seen the post. A bitch said $400 for 4 months.
That's a good deal.
That is not a good deal.
That's $100 a month. My people's gonna say that's a good deal. I say that shit horrible.
That's bargain basement. That means you're gonna be running up in that BV coochie.
And
it stinks.
Cassie had souls in her mouth. How much that cost?
pH balance got to be about 3.
Right.
See, I'm not into that. We talking about selling stuff. I just came from a trial about I don't engage in prostitution now.
Listen, coochie coupon. Listen, it's tight out here. Donald Trump
ain't no more coupons. You either got the credit card or you don't.
Henny,
no discount.
No, Henny. Donald Trump, he didn't cut food stamps. He didn't cut Medicare, Medicaid. He didn't raise the age of retirement. He didn't cut Section 8. So listen, Black woman, all this high
the price of coochie went up.
No.
Yes, it did.
Go down with the economy. What's wrong with you? No, you need help now. You need assistance, and the government ain't tricking no more. So, Mr. Johnson, I got a hot 40 for you.
Pull that King David person up on the stage for a second.
He said nobody want no feisty, bro.
King David, we gotta get rid of you, King David. You disrespect him, man.
And you look just the type. You look just the type to find yourself jammed up because you think too highly of yourself, bro.
You gotta get rid of King.
I had the King David. You disrespected the queen of the YouTube streets.
I'm not old and feisty, but he's talking about they old feisty and talk too much. You look like you are broke and trying to impress anything that's coming across you. You look like you went out there and bought your outfit from out the same place that you get your sneakers from and the same place that you buy your fake ass jewelry from while you riding around in your baby mama car pretending that it's yours, or a rental acting like you switching cars every week, but you're broke ass.
I should have warned you about talking sharp to Henny. I said that wasn't gonna work out for you. Now the Henny gang is gonna spam your ass to death. He gonna find your Instagram page and you gonna get spammed.
I'm trying to tell you.
You gonna need some of this cut to the grease, the Diddy oil they put on you, boy. You better relax. You better relax.
I knew it was coming. That's why I started laughing.
And Henny, at what time? So right now more than ever, Black men, Black people, world of entertainment, sport and play, they are being exposed with more and more frequency. So is this a one-off, or is it more under the covers with these niggas?
I think there's more under the covers, honestly, because if you think about it, it's anybody that has prominence. You're not going to get to. My thing is this, and I said this a long time ago, and people got mad at me when I said it. Jay-Z is on a chopping block right now with his son. And I said his son allegedly because that little boy, that grown man looked like him. There's no getting around it. And the thing is, if that wasn't your child and you knew that 1000%, you would be willing to take that DNA test to prove it and get this done and over with. But that's not what's going on here. You think that the Jigga Man ain't did nothing to get to where he's at. And the problem with this case is what? That young man's mother was underage. And that would prove that he was dealing with underage girls, which would then rebirth the Foxy Brown, the Aaliyah, and anything else that comes out the woodworks behind him proving that he is the father. So that's why he's running from this DNA test, in my opinion. In my opinion, 50 Cent, baby mama done exposed him as well as raping her. 50 Cent baby mama, Shaniqua. She exposed him for taking advantage of her sexually and for whooping on her ass, just like his other baby mama said when she was on the stand. So you have all of these men that are of color that have gotten to a stature in life. And you really honestly can sit here and think that there ain't no dirt on their shoulders or no smut on their name for the things that they have done to get to the top, or that they haven't done some egregious or heinous acts. Come on now. We all got a past. It's about how dark is your past. And they're quick to expose us, and they will use our dirty secrets to cover up theirs. Because when you think about it, every time one of them get brought into a federal courtroom to be exposed, one of us is the one that gets pushed in the media to cover up their shit.
Juice.
Shoot. It's self-explanatory. He dodging it for a reason. Like she said, if it wasn't, he'd been came forth and been like, this ain't my son. Here y'all go get the evidence where we can move on with this. You feel me? He don't want to be exposed for the pervert that he is. You feel the pedophile that them boys was. It ain't just allegations, man. You know what I'm saying? It shows that you go back and look at dates and time. You know what I'm saying? Of Foxy Brown and Leah and all of them and so forth. You know what I'm saying? They always running in them same circles. Diddy, R. Kelly, Dame Dash, Jay, all of them boys. You feel me? And all them girls was all underage back there. Even Lil Kim. You feel me? So it's self-explanatory what they was doing, man. They all perverts, and now they try to stay away and be quiet and try to get under the radar now. You feel me? That this social media that sprung like it have, and it reach around the world. They don't want to be on it now. You feel me?
Look at Kanye. Kanye got some egregious shit in his past. But you know what's different about Kanye? He don't care. He done cut his ties to all of them folk. He don't care.
No,
but now
Kanye's not a gangster, so he don't have anything. He doesn't have any status or stature that he must maintain. He living in his truth.
He's a sexual deviant too.
What he do? Who he did something to? What happened?
So you don't be reading court docs.
No, I'll be reading. What happened?
He doing pretty much the same shit that Diddy was doing. And when Daphne got on that damn stand and testified, she testified to going to Vegas with a iconic rapper who had ties to Diddy, which turned out to be Kanye, because the very next day after she gave this testimony, he popped up to the courthouse. But she said she went out with him, his girl, and his cousin, and she was cool with the cousin for the girl's birthday in Vegas. And that's where Kanye and this Bianca chick were for her birthday, right? They have a good night. They go out, they have dinner and a show. They go back to a hotel room. One of the prostitutes that her and Diddy be getting down with is up there in a hotel room getting down with somebody else, and they all standing around watching it. He's into that freaky deaky shit too.
Well,
you can't get to that level without breaking your moral compass. They've shown us that.
I don't know, Henny. You saying that there's a rite of passage to meet the Illuminati is real?
Yes, hell yeah.
You should have known he was freaky. His bitch.
Well, listen, when he admitted that he was sucking off his cousin, he admitted when he was sucking Bo Dangle on his cousin. I think when nothing that Kanye revealed is surprising to me. When he went and wifed a Kardashian, a full-blown 100% whore, a cum jizzler, a football runner. Ball. I use the term ball loosely. When he put nobody else put babies in this bitch but him. That show you how green and how stupid he is.
For real.
I don't nothing you can tell me about Kanye surprised me. Nothing. Not a motherfucking thing.
No, that's why Kanye acting out like he acting out. He been sold his soul and been indulging in all type of strange shit. You feel me?
Listen, whatever the strangest shit that black men in Hollywood or in sports or entertainment have indulged in, the Will Smiths, the Jada Pinkett Smiths, and all that. Kanye has certainly been a part of that shit, and you can tell he's psychologically damaged by it, because who in their right mind of that status would marry Kim Kardashian and put babies in his whore when her daddy turned to a man? And then her daddy turned to a man?
Her stepdaddy. Yeah. He turned to a woman.
Whatever. That right there.
I'm just saying there's a whole lot more. And I said this when the Diddy trial was happening. I said, this is just the beginning, y'all. And
now,
look, right after that, boom.
Let me read your point. Then I don't need to read this debate. I don't gotta. I'm itching just hearing this shit that Henny is talking. Why do you think I got Henny on the Henny is the real journalist. We just some hacks. Why do you think she's here? She's here.
I'm not a journalist. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd and I'm nosy.
Fucking YouTube hacks. We don't know shit. What do you think we're here for? I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't know shit. And when it comes to bukkake and snow jizz, I would rather read.
He said snow jizz. It's snowballing and cuckolding.
Listen, Lynn, I'm too old to be reading about bukkake, kaku, and snow jizz. I ain't got much time left on this planet. I am not going to spend my golden years learning new sexual deviant terms. I'm not going to use them in the conversation. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but you need to know these terminologies so then when people bring them up, you know exactly what perversion they are talking about. Because when I just learned what snowballing was about 3 weeks ago during the Diddy trial. Or maybe even a little bit further, because I was saying
my white friends these are all white terms that white people created and black people
ask them. Ask your white friends if they've ever heard of snowballing. Listen, it's a lot of stuff out there that people have been blowing my mind and telling me about. And this ain't something that I'm interested in. But all of this came out in the Diddy trial because I asked a simple question. Now I'm going to tell it. It was somebody in my live. I can't remember if it was Henny Gang or not. But I said, if he got them fun time jizzing inside of her and he going in there and sleeping with her afterwards, what is he doing? Is he just sleeping with her, or is he? And then I gagged and they said snowball, and I said, what is that? And they told me, and I gagged some more.
Okay, so listen, here's
some unnatural shit.
Here's a term I'm used to. I'm used to red wings. See, this is regular shit. Red wings. When you get your red wings, I'm used to that. I heard about the vampire, which is a spinoff of Red Wings. Just when you put your mouth on it when it's bleeding. I've heard of Remy. Hey, listen.
I don't know what that last one is, and I don't want to find out.
Right, these are regular freak terms. The shit that we talking about with the Diddy's and the Shannon Sharpes and the Kanye's, those are not commonplace freak terms. They not.
They made this shit up themselves.
They making this shit up as they go along.
They got their own bondage, man.
Yeah, there's bondage terms. So what is shit? S&M, sadomasochistic.
Yeah,
I learned that by watching New York movies. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Don't blame that on New York. That shit came out of California.
New York has peep shows.
Shout out to my California people.
And when before Giuliani took over, y'all know it was a cesspool in Manhattan. Manhattan don't look like it look right now. You know I ain't lying. Manhattan 34 years ago don't look like it look right now. Manhattan was a seedy.
42nd Street, Times Square was a place that my grandma walked me down one time with her hands covering my eyes because we had to cut through there to go there. But that's where the peep shows were. That's where Pee Wee Herman got caught beating off in the movie theater because it was nothing but sex.
You see
something. You had the prostitutes out there in fur coats and lingerie and heels and stuff, selling booty and all types of. It was wild out there. You had people that
Miss Jaylene. Hey, Miss Jaylene, now you seem to be knowing and being familiar with a lot of terms and you seem to know right. Look at it, right at Miss Jaylene. Is it something that you want to tell us? Because you know too much about all this shit, Jaylene.
Yes, they had corn shops and sex shops. And
she like, I know too much.
Got us with the edits. We from Detroit.
Yeah, we ain't from the big city. We this is new to us. 42nd Street. Listen, what I do know for a fact is I've been going to New York for 20 plus years. Even when I started going to New York it's been more than 20 years, late 80s, 86, 87.
Oh, it was Wild West back then, yeah.
87, 88. First time I went to New York was in 1987. The year after I came to Detroit, my niggas from Detroit was going to New York. And Manhattan it was like a creep show. It shit just like it looked on The Deer Hunter. You know what I'm saying? That
so
shit.
You was there when the Bronx was burning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. We didn't even make it to the Bronx. Going to New York. First of all, we used to stay in New Jersey because New Jersey was safer. And we just drive across the bridge and go into the tunnel to get to New York. We stayed in New Jersey, East Orange or East Rutherford, New Jersey. We never stayed in the city because back in the 80s, you couldn't stay. You get robbed, stabbed, killed. You couldn't ride the subway. Even up into the late 80s, riding the subway was for shit you ain't want to do.
That's correct.
You ain't want to do it. Turk. So Turk and BG, an eruption has happened between two of the Hot Boy members. What say you about what Turk is going through with BG, Boogie? Do we care about this shit? Must we talk about it?
Yeah, we got to talk about it. Hell yeah, we got to talk about it.
I'm gonna get Turk together on my own now that I'm back making content again. But what do we see here with Turk's behavior? What do we see with what Turk is saying about BG and what BG is saying about Turk? How do we feel about that? What do we think about that?
That's real cornball shit. And that's why. BG don't fuck with him at all. You talking to a man who don't never respond back to you through text, through call, through third party, fourth party, ninth party. Nigga, he don't conversate with you. He cut off all connections. However you get his new number, nigga, you still get the voicemail. So you sitting up and you comparing albums and you like, yeah, that's my big bro. That's my big bro. You saying it as if you niggas be having conversation or something or be conversing. He made it clear that he don't fuck with you. So to try to connect through the music as BG being BG, you know he don't give a fuck about that.
We let you on the tour.
And it's not, but see what he doing is he trying to create promotion for his album, but he not understanding that shit gonna stay where it's at. It's not about to push that out. Ain't nobody listening to Turk, bro.
No.
I think what he was really doing was begging for assistance from the rest of the members, and he just didn't know how to go about and ask for it. So he was trying to use the media to get people to lean on them boys to tell them, yeah, go and do a song with him. It would be hot and this and that and the third. If you could stand on your motherfucking own, you wouldn't even be going through this. He going through what he going through because he's a broad. You feel me? And he can't stand on his own. So he trying to ride the other one's coattail because they the original Hot Boys. He was just a backup singer. You feel me? He wasn't making no motherfucking moves. Did you hear BG say? All right, everybody else got platinum plats and everything else. Where he is at? You know what I'm saying? can we even name a hot boy Turk song? You feel me? That he did by himself. Hot song that Turk did by
that don't tell me to stop.
I don't know who you're talking about.
That's the only verse. I like them hot. The ones that don't tell me to stop.
Henny don't even know who Turk is. That
you don't even know who it is.
Hey Turk, that should tell you something. If one of the most preeminent voices on YouTube, yeah, she know who the hot boys are, but she don't know,
who the hot boys are.
But she don't know you as a singular entity. That should tell you something. You not him. You not him, and this ain't that.
But the nerves of him to try to call out a member that it was built around.
You just beg. Listen. So here, let's bring it full circle. Turk was released from prison in 2012, I think it was. So 2012 all the way up until about 6 months ago, up until about November, December of 2024. He criticized 12 years. For 12 years, he criticized Birdman. He accused him of jerking him out of his money, out of his publishing. He accused him of he exposed him for wearing fake jewelry, renting cars, and all this shit. He exposed the early beginnings of Cash Money and what Slim and Baby were doing, faking it till you make it. He exposed Birdman around every turn. He said Birdman owed him $2 million. And then when they announced the Hot Boy tour, he was on Beehive show. He used Beehive. I am disappointed in Beehive. He used his position as a co-host on Beehive's podcast. He used that to further attack Birdman and several other Cash Money members. And then he used that to try to put pressure on Birdman to add him to the tour. The only reason why he was added to that tour was because Lil Wayne was an unwilling participant if he chose to participate at all. And you can't have a Hot Boy tour with 2 Hot Boy members missing. So they added Turk because Lil Wayne wasn't necessarily going to show up except when he wanted to, if he showed up at all. Turk is looking at it and trying to sell it to the public as if they added him to the tour because they couldn't do a tour without him. No, nigga, that's not true. That's definitely not true. You making them shit as you go along.
Well,
Boogie,
that's your man's.
That ain't my man. Nigga's a bitch ass nigga. That nigga is
that's why he doing everything he doing. Ain't nobody else out there motherfucking Hot Boys having this problem but Turk.
He talking, but you said it earlier though, Boogie. I mean, Juice. He's trying to use social media to bully his way in. He's trying to launch campaigns against people because he believes that the reason why he was added to the Hot Boy tour, he believes that his social media antics pressured Birdman so much so to where the general public was calling for him to be added to that tour. So he's not going to stop using social media as a sounding board to try to force people into what he wants them to do. Like he went on the show, oh, I got a hot song. This song could save BG career. BG ain't putting out no hot records and blah, 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 blah. Well, if BG ain't putting out no hot records, what do you think you doing?
Right. It's the measurement. Your shit was hot. Who told you your shit was different?
It's the measurement.
Not a soul told you no shit like that.
It's the measurement with it though. You on a Hot Boy tour. You are original Hot Boy. You on Beehive show on his podcast. You a co-host, and your Instagram live still only hold 30 people, nigga. That show you who Turk really is, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Xavier Murdoch. That she said 999. Who that? Who that money to?
Thank you, Xavier.
Hey, Boogie.
Oh, she eating.
Hey, Boogie.
Hey, Henny.
Munching.
We gonna have to. What's the guy name from New York with the deep voice went out to L.A. and got robbed? What's his name?
Ooh.
Hey, you looking at the Detroit Ave if you don't start. We gonna pull the brick on you, Henny. Shout out to Xavier Murdoch, send that bread through. Y'all know what it is. Henny Gang is fully fed. The Henny Gang has money. So Henny, Henny, I just want to throw this out there. You can really be a madam. You could. Look at all these women.
Thank you, Vanessa. No, we are
Nessa,
not doing that.
Hey, Nessa. I know you get your paycheck yesterday. It was Friday. Hey, Nessa. Hey, Nessa. Hey. Hey, Nessa. Hey, Nessa. Hey, we're going to put Nessa up here. Hey, Nessa. What Nessa at? That's my friend. Hey, Nessa. I love women with glasses, Nessa. I love them with glasses. You look really smart. You probably a lawyer or something, ain't you, Nessa?
That's right, Latrina. Let them know.
Damn.
You're gonna bully me.
Nessa get that bread, baby.
Hey.
Thank you,
y'all
Justin.
ain't owe y'all season. Don't start that, Jaylene. Y'all ain't owe y'all.
They steady dropping that money. They steady dropping it.
What's this?
Thank you, just me.
Like she Chinese or something? Where's she from?
Oh, they showing out.
Y'all not about to be harassing my Henny gang now, okay?
It's going out right here. Hey, just me. Hey.
Public figure boogie TV.
Hey, but yeah, hey, Juice.
Give me some.
Get my DM since you said it fast. Some of that DM, baby. I didn't know the Henny gang is showing out. Hey, Henny. Damn, what's this right here?
Jalen.
Hold on now.
The more we talk shit, the more they
hold on now. We gonna be like Turk. We finna press you. We finna press you. Hey, Jaylene sent 5, 5, 5, 5. Where my cash at, Henny?
When my check clear, I got you.
Money. She got her check yesterday, Juice. You better get out on her, Juice. She got her check yesterday.
They load her up too.
Gang.
That part. Hey, Poppington.
Hey, so listen, Henny. It's been so there's a lot going on, man. Turk is a non-fucking factor. We don't give a fuck about Turk at all. 1090 Jake hasn't come out, and this is something you touched on, Henny. 1090 Jake has not come out to apologize for calling Larry Hoover a snitch based on an article from a newspaper from 40 years ago. 1090 Jake has been especially quiet about this Larry Hoover situation.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that 1090 Jake needs to come out and publicly apologize?
I do think he does. I think he needs to come out and apologize. Thank you, Shauna D.
Hey, what's up? It's just me, Shauna D. Hey, Shauna D. Look, hey, I work out. Oh, all right, I can pick you up, Shauna D. I can pick you up, baby. Look, this one too. Look. I can pick you up, baby. I be working out. Hey, Henny.
What?
Hey, listen, Henny, you picked up a little money tonight.
I love my Henny gang. My Henny gang hold me down.
Lucky
the Cash Apps ain't been going because all you'd hear is
the Henny gang. We playing.
They don't be bullshit.
Happy anniversary, Shauna.
17 months. Oh, that's called commitment, Henny.
Yes.
And what's your
shout out to my members because we will be back on Wednesday. Now, I feel like 1090 Jake is too egotistical for him to be able to come out and say, oh, I made a mistake. And honestly, that doesn't prove good showmanship. And it's a turnoff for me when you have content creators that can't admit when they're wrong. And I feel like with him, it's more of an egregious act because people are coming to you for the paperwork. And up there go. Thank you, Vanessa.
Yeah, I'm selling muzzle, baby. Look, and I'm 50. I'm 50 some, baby. I still got it.
Man, she over there running the car.
Happy anniversary, Xavier. So I feel like with him, what he put out there, that's something that is that's not something minor. Calling somebody a snitch, especially when they come from our era. We ain't part of this new age generation where you could be a snitch and still be popping. We don't come from that. We come from you a snitch. That's a stain on your name. That's a stain on your legacy. That's a stain on everything. So I feel like he owes that man an apology and a correction to what he said. Simple and plain.
Juice.
Hold on. Shoot.
1090 jumped off the bridge.
Shoot.
Figure out how to jump back on that motherfucker. He definitely owe an apology.
Owe Larry Hoover an apology because by now, if there was some there, it certainly would come out.
But the thing is, like I told y'all before, he did that deliberately coming from Whack 100. He knew very well. He a journalist. He been exposing people for how long? He knew that newspaper article wasn't nothing to ride on from. That wasn't the same as court papers saying Larry Hoover told. He knew that could have been a typo or anything. That was a newspaper article. They did that just on the strength of Whack 100 could come back with Old Boy and interview him like he done clear Larry Hoover name, like he done Larry Hoover a favor, because they still trying to get that clearance for that documentary he did with that lady that Whack 100 trying to protect. You feel me? So they use 1090J, who's the rat exposer. You feel me? To make it like he exposed him and he come behind him and clean up. That's why 1090J can't say no more about it than that. He really don't want no smoke from them boys. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1090J fucked up.
Hey, listen, I need y'all to like, share, subscribe. This is YouTube Streets. We had the Henny Gang is in the building, right? Public Figure Boogie. Everybody's favorite Uncle Juice is in the building. The Beat Factory.
What up, yo?
Hey, listen, man. What else is on the floor tonight?
Come on, we can't leave out the elephant in the room, man. Come on.
Which one is it?
The hottest topic that's going on. We can't leave out.
Here we go, Juice. Here we go. You finna get me cussed out. You want to talk about T Grizzly though?
We can't leave out T Grizzly. How we can't talk about? We ain't saying T Grizzly. Man, she getting 20s and 19s and everything.
Hey, Pat, you ever see Black Chippendale?
Black Chippendale.
You ever see the Black Chippendale, baby? Hey, baby, you ever see the Black Chippendale, baby?
You feel me?
Yeah, feel me. Like in the words of Uncle Juice, you feel me?
For real.
Hey, T Grizzly. Well, let's not say T Grizzly. Let's just say that T Grizzly's aunt/manager, Joe Bina. And just for those who don't know, Joe Bina is from Pontiac, Michigan. I was born and raised in Pontiac, Michigan. I moved to Detroit. I was 15 years old, 1986. I knew JB. I had business association with JB. I know her whole family that takes up in Pontiac. So I know her well. We had a many of conversations prior to her passing. I know her. She was a good person to me. I don't have any complaints about her whatsoever. There was never a bad moment between her and I. Whenever I needed some assistance, and Joe Bina was like the most powerful manager in the city of Detroit because of T Grizzly's overall success. So she had a lot of power, a lot of influence. She made a lot of contacts and connections. She never hesitated to share those connections and contacts with me. She was murdered in 2019, I believe November 2019. She was shot on the east side of Detroit. She was shot 8 times while visiting a family member with T Grizzly. T Grizzly was not in the car. Just recently, the whole world found out that the person who they say allegedly took her life is on trial in the city of Detroit right now. He just finished week 1 of the trial. He didn't say that T Grizzly played any role in it whatsoever, but you have a lot of bloggers, a lot of YouTubers, and a lot of just people who are surmising that T Grizzly has some involvement with it. I personally don't think it's true at all. I know T Grizzly. I know him well. I know Jobina. JB, we call it JB. JB grew up under me. I've been knowing her for 20 years plus. So they're you have all the bloggers who put together a bunch of pieces of the puzzle because the person who they say is responsible for killing JB is associated with Lil Durk's OTF and the 600 crew, Book and all them boys out of Chicago. What do you guys feel about? Have you guys been following the story? How y'all feel about it? What have y'all seen? Give me a breakdown of what's going on here.
You go first, Boogie.
Yeah, niggas gonna do that, Uncle Juice.
Boogie. What happened?
Say, Boogie?
It's the story that's out there. They say it been out there. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm pretty sure everybody knows. But you, doggy, you know the relationship between her and T Grizzly. If the relationship was and is what you saying it is, then I don't know what it is. I need more info to come out.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Pammy. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to step away. That was a family call. Catch me up real quick. I'm sorry, so that I can.
Grizzly, the person, T Grizzly's aunt / manager, the person who believed in him at the beginning of, not the beginning of his career, but when he came home from prison in Kentucky, his aunt, through marriage, started to invest in his career. And this was the beginning of the whole first day out thing. So when he turned into a superstar, Joe Bina Brown, aka JB, was the person who invested money in T Grizzly's career that catapulted him into superstardom. She was murdered in, I believe, November 2019. The person who killed her is from Chicago, allegedly. He's on standing trial for her murder right now in the city of Detroit. They're trying to tie his relationship into Lil Durk and OTF and 600 and Buka. They're trying to tie all that together, and they are alleging that T Grizzly played a role or participated or contracted this person to kill his aunt.
Take his aunt out?
Yeah. That's what the allegations are. So we're addressing this here. Now, I know T Grizzly personally, and I know JB. JB is I'm originally from Pontiac, Michigan, which is a town about 20 minutes north of Detroit. I know her. I knew her. I've been knowing her before she started managing and investing in T Grizzly. And we maintained a relationship after T Grizzly became a star. I booked him several times in Tampa Bay, twice in Tampa Bay. One in 2016 and one in 2017. So I know JB. We used to talk about T. We used to talk about she gave me whatever advice that she could give me in terms of helping to expand my overall career. She's more than forthcoming. I've never known her and T Grizzly to have anything closely resembling a beef, a disagreement, an altercation. I'm sure that they did have some type of altercations at times or disagreements at times, because what manager and artist doesn't. But I don't know anything that would even amount to something like he is being accused in some circles of having done. I don't believe it. I talked to her. We had intimate conversations, not sexual, no shit like that. But she gave me a lot of game. She exposed me to a lot of stuff. Whenever I called her for some advice, and don't forget, at this point in time, T Grizzly was the hottest rapper in the world at that particular point in time, in 16, 17. And then, during those times when I would call her, she would always pick up the phone for me. When she would call me and ask me about artists that she could potentially sign, she would ask me to send her music from artists, not just from Detroit, but from all over the country that I was familiar with, to see if they were worthy of being signed. I don't know T Grizzly, and I'm not familiar with anything that I think could have reasonably led to him doing something like that, because he worshiped the grounds you walked on. And T Grizzly is a super loyal type person. If he with you, he with you. So I don't know. I've never heard anything that contrary to that.
Well, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate, because see, everybody running with the narrative that is one of Booker man. Booker is a very good friend of T Grizzly. Booker 600 out of Chicago. So evidently, 600 Wu Thang is the one who got caught with the murder weapon and the murder vehicle.
Right.
So everybody running with the thing of that these boys, T Grizzly had it did on that alone, that them his friends, right? But how they know that? We know T Grizzly been very well campaigning and trying to bring everybody, keep peace amongst everybody, the blues and the reds. So how they know that these boys wasn't secretly trying to put T Grizzly on the soft squeeze? What I mean by soft squeeze is how him thinking his life in danger. Why? By throwing some bullets at him. You feel me? And then drive him into their arms of, I need protection. You feel me? Just so happened JB got caught up in the crossfire. You feel me? So you never know if he actually just on how the evidence look, because that's how it go come out that it's T Grizzly because he know these people, but you don't know what these people minds was, what they was doing that he didn't know what was going on. You feel me? They could have been trying to work a squeeze on him, and it was gonna come down to that. And she got killed, so now it's looking like that. Him and Book are still friends because he didn't know what that Book and them played a part in, evidently. You feel me? Just looking at it, saying that who the players are, that he had to put that together, it don't mean he had to. Not saying he didn't put it together, but it don't necessarily mean that he put that play together just because he knows the individual. You feel me? You don't know what their intentions was.
Hey, just because you know somebody don't mean, first of all, most people where we from, just because you know somebody don't mean that you played a part in what a motherfucker did.
Right.
Wow.
Most of the people who get killed, they know the motherfucker who killed them.
Wow.
Man, niggas ain't getting killed by no strangers. Most motherfuckers who getting killed or getting robbed or whatever is happening by people who you know or people who are familiar with you. That's who targeting you. So just because you know people and may have been in association with somebody, that don't mean that you know or told them or had any knowledge or foresight or forethought what the fuck they was doing. That is the craziest shit in the world. It's even crazier that people are trying to connect the dots and put a motherfucker in the blender like that. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Without solid evidence. You know, you can't go ahead. What you about to say, Henny?
I was just gonna say I agree with Public Figure Boogie. With Boogie, I gotta see more information on this, but just going off of what I'm hearing right now, you know, do we ever really know the people that are around us? Because you got wives that don't know their husbands is out here killing people and serial killers and all that. So you don't really know, like you said, what's going on in somebody else's mind. You don't know who had some secret animosity or, like you were saying, was running a play. So there's a lot of possibility out here, a lot of speculation going on. And I think until more information comes out, everybody just needs to be quiet, because again, this is how stuff gets blown out of proportion, and then sometimes innocent people get jammed up.
Let me tell you something about closeness.
Mm-hmm.
Over the last years that we've been knowing each other, I've been in a few battles on social media, and those battles had come from people who thought they knew about me and sought to try to expose me.
Right.
And these are people who thought they know. So it comes from the people who are in close proximity to you.
Right.
That's where it comes from. And who would have thought that the motherfucker would have been like, oh, he cheating, or he threatened me. That ain't come from no stranger. That come from motherfuckers who said they knew me.
Well, let me ask you this. Where she was killed at, was she in a specific vehicle? How do we know that he wasn't the target and she caught it?
We don't know. He was in an Uber. He was going to visit his family on the east side of Detroit. In the East Warren, but yeah, I guess it's the Mac, all of 3 miles drive. That's damn near suburbs for real, but it's not suburbs. It's east side. It's deep east. You don't get no deeper east than that. But that area over there is not necessarily known for violence, but that area is it's like a low key laid back spot where motherfuckers go to hide who are some murderous motherfuckers. It's like a low key neighborhood that you go to. You can go lay your head down without worrying about motherfuckers trying to get at you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was out the car. Somebody walked up to the car and started shooting.
Yeah.
So just on that note alone, you got all these YouTubers and bloggers. They telling the narrative, and if social media, if society looking at them, they go convict that man. You know what I'm saying? They convict him on just the stuff people saying, and putting them in there like they know this stuff for a fact. You feel me? Ain't nothing that came out in court. He ain't got arrested for that. It's somebody else locked up for the murder. But just for putting them accusations out there, they sure go have him investigate. You feel me? They go have him investigated about it. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep every channel you turning on right now, from big academics to Trenches News out of Chicago. Everybody talking about it, and they making it like, oh, he backdoored his auntie, he dead wrong, and this, that, and the third. How could that man even, if he was arrested for, how could he even have a fair trial? You know what I'm saying? And they already persecuted him just because that was his auntie, when he could have been the victim himself, and they not even know. He not even knowing he was about to be a victim with the plan that was set up. You feel me?
Well, you know what? I've said that before with people when we talk about different cases, and a lot of times people, want to jump to conclusions, and people feel like, the jury is separate because the jury is in the court, and the court of public opinion doesn't really matter. Well, where do you think the jury grows their ideologies from?
The court of
Come
public
off of what they're watching. So the court of public opinion, it does reign supreme, because guess what? When they pick those juries, it be everyday people like us, YouTubers, people who are consuming the content and all of that go on those juries. So when you start running narratives, you got people going in as jury members, if this goes that far, that will have a preconceived notion off of a tainted and non-factual, and I say non-factual because there's not a lot of evidence that's out there for people to go off of this, except for this little bit of stuff. But those people are going to go in there and not have the facts. Thank you. I couldn't think of the damn word at the time.
You're right. There's no emails, text messages, phone calls. There's no communique. There's no, even the guy who's on trial for her murder. He's Monday marks week number 2, the start of week number 2 of his trial.
Okay.
He is on. First of all, we know these Chicago niggas were rat on some shit. We know that. We know shit. That's why Turk locked up. The Chicago niggas were rat on some shit. So this man who don't have nothing, he ain't rich, he ain't none of that kind of shit. This man is locked up for killing T Grizzly, according to these niggas, at the request or behest or knowledge of T Grizzly. T Grizzly's a millionaire. This nigga on trial and he ain't said nothing. He ain't point the finger at T Grizzly. He ain't implied T Grizzly had nothing to do with it. He's standing trial by himself. We know Chicago niggas tell on anything. They super rats. Super duper snitch ass niggas.
Well, I just feel like people need to stop running with narratives. I get it. You see something, you want to be the first to break something, but people don't realize the power of their platform. No matter how big or small you are, you don't know who's listening and carrying your narratives, or who's watching you and taking your narratives. And a person like academics, again, it comes to irresponsibility. He comes from that whack camp. So it's just like, you can't really take everything that he says at face value either, because he has his own biases. And being that it's Chicago, he has expressed how he feels about Chicago already, especially when he did that whole Chirac series. Like from there, he's already talked shit about Chicago. So he's going to come with a negative connotation straight off the rip.
But the thing is, they got to realize these people real life. You feel me? That's a serious accusation to be putting on somebody that they might have had their own auntie backdoored and killed, or have anybody killed. You feel me? You don't do that unless you got solid proof, not just no speculation, and then you go air it out like it's a fact. You feel me? On your personal opinion, state that this your personal opinion about the situation. But furthermore, you shouldn't even speak on no open murder case that's still going on beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Until you know the outcome. Because what you say could affect that man's life forever. And just taking it back, my apologies, I made a mistake, ain't gonna change the outcome of that. You feel me? After the damage already been done. You feel me?
And listen, I agree with you. So this is different between podcasting. It's a difference between podcasting and commentating. And listen, we know for a fact that law enforcement, they listen to rap and they watch podcasts.
Yes, they do.
We don't watch that shit. Y'all doing investigation for us. Y'all. So
that's a damn lie, because they was watching YouTube to lock up Big U.
Fact.
That's an internet case.
That's where it came from. These niggas, these bloggers and podcasters are the new whack 100, and they try to normalize stringing together criminal cases on motherfuckers. They grabbing facts and interviewing people and introducing theories. They doing everything. Nigga, listen, it's different between being a commentator about something that has transpired. Now, if T Grizzly was to get indicted, right? If he was to be charged, then yeah, you had that conversation. But he's not on trial. He hasn't been arrested.
Right.
He ain't been questioned.
Right.
So what the fuck are y'all talking about?
They just talking because they need a headline.
They go
Everybody
get him arrested. They go get him investigated. You feel me? Yeah, they gonna make law enforcement say what we missing, what the public see that we ain't seeing. Because see, the public has an effect on what law enforcement do. If y'all out here making a fuss about it and they ain't doing their job, it's election time. Of course, they go jump on doing their job right now because they gotta make sure they keep getting reelected. You feel me? So you making all these statements, your personal opinion, going on these big platforms, speaking on somebody doing something illegal is out the question, man. That's totally in violation of everybody. You feel me?
And see, I said this a while ago. I said, who's to say these faceless channels that we have are not a Fed sitting behind there feeding information into the internet, and then they were sitting back watching who's going to talk about it, monitoring your comments because they know the people are going to talk about it. So we're going to watch what they say and see who's going to spill the beans on what they know. And we're going to take what we're hearing and investigate from there. It's become where they don't even have to do police work no more. They just got to create this channel. Because how many times have you seen a faceless channel you ain't never heard of before? And they got these astronomical numbers and all of these viewers. And it's like, where the hell did this channel come from? I've been in this niche watching stuff about this for so long. And at the height of it being salacious, this is when this channel starts pumping. And next thing you know, they throwing all of this stuff out here and you start seeing it spread out. Who's to say that that's not the feds? I'm not too naive to think that they don't have Facebook YouTube channels where they're feeding us information to see what they could get back from the public. We gonna talk.
Of course they do. Absolutely they do. And some of these YouTubers are actually trying to string together. You're really playing private investigator for crimes and making it look like you're just doing investigative journalism, like Al Prophet bitch ass.
Oh, he the main one. Slime ball. I forgot about that mark ass bitch.
I did too.
Because he the one dragging T Grizzly through there too, like he be knowing. How you be speaking on all the shit going on in urban communities and you not from the urban communities, but you know all the business like you there firsthand. You wail in California saying what the fuck going on in Detroit.
Didn't he come out as a snitch?
Right.
Yes, he did.
Al Prophet in California?
Yeah, he in California.
He's been in California for over 2 decades. He's from the metropolitan
Detroit.
Yeah, but he been in California over 2 decades. Well, close to 2 decades. I think he moved I've been home since 2009, and Al Prophet was not. I don't think he was here when I came home. I think he was already in California.
You absolutely right, Xavier. And then when it's proven otherwise, you don't retract your statement. They don't. You know what they do? They just start running with the new narrative. And you know what? I actually watched that happen down there at the Diddy trial. When I got there on week 2, there was people that was still, oh, he's a monster. He did this and da-da-da-da. And throughout the whole trial, they felt the way that they felt. But as soon as that not guilty of RICO and not guilty of trafficking changed, a lot of people's opinions and views changed. But what about what you were saying prior to?
Right.
That's not what you were saying before. So, and you got to remember, I was down there with other people who are content creators and regular people as well. So I'm watching this thing happen in real time. And I'm like, this is exactly what I be seeing online. All this time you've been pushing this narrative. And now that it's changed, it's something else. Again, we seen it happen with Wack. All that time he pushing that Big U content, all of that. He's a this, he's a that. And then as soon as he get jammed up, that Big U they talking about, I don't know. Nigga, that's the Big U you've been trying to tell us is out here in these streets. And everything you've been out here saying is in this fucking indictment.
He the one initiated everything that happened to Big U on Wack 100 Puppet Masters every play. Even from having Loose Cannon go on academics and No Jumper talking about him. You feel me? Having 600 go on shows talking about him. You know what I'm saying? And then he sit back and act like he was giving Big U the heads up on them wanting to come and get him for that boys for the football players murder. You initiated the play. Of course, Then afterwards you go sit back and say, hey, they coming. You know for a fact they come because you made sure they was coming to get me. You feel me? The fuck you mean? Your mic, dog.
Oh, Boogie, my bad.
Man, look, we already know Wack initiate a lot of shit. That's first and foremost. The nigga is puppet master. He been doing what he doing. When it comes to this internet shit, it's a line to it. All right. That's why I got my opinion on the whole T Grizzly thing. For you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. My opinion is just my opinion. I know I ain't right, but I'm trying to draw shit like everybody else, but I ain't gonna spit it out my mouth.
Right.
Because I don't fucking know. It's
right.
just my opinion. So I know what the internet could do, and I ain't the one to turn this motherfucker into a ball, getting a nigga locked up, close to getting locked up,
investigated,
drawing an opinion, and don't got the facts to a murder. We ain't doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, Wack could do that shit. I ain't doing it.
But see, so I want to talk about it's a dangerous tone being set amongst YouTubers, podcasters, bloggers who utilize the space of YouTube, right? It's a dangerous precedent being set when motherfuckers are actually taking on the position of this. I don't even want to call it investigation. What we're holding conversations and giving our opinion about things, and that's fair. I'm not criticizing anybody for having their opinion about whatever the subject is. But when you trying to piece facts together, what did you want to be when you was growing up? A detective nigga? Pink Panther?
Right. You feel
these niggas on some Pink Panther shit. And then a lot of these motherfucking YouTubers be calling them, oh, I'm real, I'm a street nigga, I'm from the street. I'm this, that, the third. I'm laying like this, laying like that. But you trying to piece together a motherfucking homicide and throw it on a motherfucker.
On social media. Some shit you ain't got nothing to do with.
Nothing to do with what's the brother name who from Cleveland who King AK-47?
King AK-47.
Let's see if King AK-47 been is talking about this T Grizzly shit. Lord have mercy.
On one boring ass day, a king was born to save you.
He was talking about it.
Oh, you should have went to Trench's News. That motherfucker swear he know what happened.
So y'all, man.
AK has some shit to say.
It takes for you to understand. We gotta G-Mac, what up with it? We gotta wait a minute, man. You know, begging. Y'all donate to the channel. Lex, what up with it? Time. Soon as I do, everybody can talk about this, man.
I fuck with AK.
It's 051 your family. It's use a bitch. Block his ass. Don't ask me a motherfucking thing, nigga. I did that research myself, man. These whole ass niggas just watched my live and just took the shit. I'm talking about, man, you can't make this shit up, man. Can't get you out of my mind. Say my name, say my name. You niggas didn't bring up that nigga Instagram one time. Soon as I do, everybody can talk about this, man.
From the MSP lab, where they test the firearms, the ballistics, they confirm that firearm that Wu-Tang was caught with in Chicago was the same firearm used to take the life of JB. Probably indicates a...
I know I don't want to go in. I'm
into the back door or something?
Yeah, I want side door. Okay, I get you. Okay.
Academics, I don't think academics has come down with an opinion yet. Hey, little boys and little girls. Whenever you get involved with something, and if a criminal nature, Can't never go wrong by.
You got the right things tight.
You tuned into the YouTube streets. Public figure Boogie, aka the Boogeyman, Uncle Juice, aka the Beat Factory 313, and that nigga Henny. Y'all like, share, subscribe, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Everybody pay. We all fuck with each other. Henny is a part of the YouTube streets. She
big
is
money Henny. That's big money Henny.
And Henny get that check. We heard you got that check.
I know you heard.
Big money Henny.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Cause we just watched you make $200 in 10 minutes.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You know, I'm about to call.
Are you asking us not to believe what our eyes see? Is you trying to Donald Trump us? You trying to gaslight us?
There is no file on that.
I got your number.
We can play this back. Tell him we can play this back.
Yeah. See, the internet undefeated.
Rewind.
The internet undefeated, man. Hey, listen. Hey, Henny, when can we get you back? Because we have more substance stuff to talk about. When can we get you back, Henny?
Well, we could talk about getting a schedule going because I'm back.
Talk about it right now. We put you on front right now. Right now.
Saturday at 6 p.m. Okay. I think I could give you like a Wednesday. I might be able to give you a Wednesday.
Yeah, a Wednesday. And the next Wednesday or this Wednesday coming? What
Wednesday coming up?
Bet.
Oh, not Saturday.
Wednesday and Saturday.
Wednesday show and the Saturday show.
We're gonna come on more than that, but we can only get the illustrious Henny to join us and bless her with her presence. You know, every time she get to put that red lipstick on, y'all know I ain't lying. I said this last time. Every time she put the fucking red lipstick on, she get to act like Beyonce.
She pop off.
Henny, I like that red lipstick.
Yonder. Tell him about Yonder.
Hey, Boogie the bad twin. Boogie the bad twin. Hey, Boogie. Boogie, you got something you want to say to Henny, Boogie?
Nope, I ain't got nothing to say. Henny, I like that.
Henny and Boogie sitting in the tree. Come on, Juice.
Why you making Boogie blush?
You know what I'm saying? Boogie blush. You feel?
He
Boogie,
do.
How you too black to blush?
That is not true.
I
just watched him do it.
Yeah, tell him don't be playing me like that. Tell him don't be playing me like that.
Hey, was that racism me?
That's colorist of you.
You sitting up here, you online talking about my skin color. Black man to black
colorism.
Man.
That's colorism.
I'm wrong.
It's cool.
Listen, you have tuned into the YouTube streets. Y'all take yourself out, man. I got nothing to say. Go ahead.
Henny, go first. Ladies first.
Ladies first. Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. Ooh, ladies first.
Well, first of all, we're gonna thank you for tapping in and tuning in with us and listening and rocking out with us. Shout out to the Henny gang who's been in here mobbing down. You already know Henny gang.
Wow.
Salute to all of y'all. Thank you for having me up and making time for me to come up. And I'll see y'all in the next one.
Everybody on, I got you, Juice. Everybody on Henny page, go follow Public Figure Boogie. I know y'all getting money. I need half.
Right. That's the nurses.
You gonna leave my Henny gang alone.
We good. We family.
One of them right here. She's sitting about $40 a night. She said 40. Hey, yeah, Shauna D got that big money. Hey,
why y'all punky watching?
Public Figure Boogie TV.
We your brother.
Got you.
We your brother. We family.
We're trying to protect you.
No, hell no. I'll protect her.
Damn, Boogie. Damn.
Me. I'll protect her.
My bad. Hey, Shauna D. Follow me on Instagram, Dogface TV Podcast. I'm the funny one.
Don't do that because Dogface gonna try to entrap you in an entanglement.
Yeah. I'm on that.
A triangle offense. A triangle offense.
Yeah. No, that's an Al Nuke shit. We do a triangle offense.
I got that.
We don't know that shit. We ain't on that shit, man. I want to thank y'all for joining us, man. Hey, listen, the gang will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we come back. What time we come back tomorrow?
What time early?
I say we come back about 6 o'clock. Tell you the truth.
Bet.
What is it with you at 6 o'clock? That's like
we gonna talk about the party Diddy doing when he get out.
I don't know what's up with me by 6 o'clock. See, we gotta catch Boogie before we start smoking that weed. That's why I'm saying let's do this shit early.
Bro, I be
why
smoking.
You throwing everything on Boogie?
Why? Because it's convenient. Why? What do you mean? Why? Because it's convenient. It's appropriate.
You know the baby brother always in the summer.
Right. Boogie the young twin. We don't get no. We fuck with the older twin. We don't fuck with Boogie.
I be smoking 5, 6 in the morning. Talking about some get to me before I start smoking.
Yeah. See.
I was gonna say Boogie been blazing the whole time we've been live. What you talking about?
I mean, he does it so much. I don't even.
He's smoking
in standard time.
He's smoking it in his sleep.
Right. He smokes so much I don't even pay attention.
Well, guess what? I can totally get that because when I was smoking weed, that's what I used to do. I'd smoke in my sleep.
Oh, yeah, you smoke, Molly, why are we here?
I used to smoke weed. Yes,
I
was a big old pothead.
You from the same place, DMX.
I wasn't smoking crack.
Yonkers.
I don't smoke weed no more, Boogie.
One time with me.
You ain't gonna want to be with me because everything is a setup. Everybody's setting me up.
Anybody trying to go to jail with Henny? We ain't trying to go.
Everything's a setup. Okay, the conversation we having is a setup. The motherfucker across the street is trying to set us
paranoid and shit. She get paranoid on the nigga and shit.
Or I get stuck and I'll just be sitting there stuck.
Man,
so I don't smoke no more. Look at Dogface. Yeah, get stuck, Henny.
Man, that's how, man. Listen, man, I love y'all, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey, peace out. Love is love, man. Public. Hey, listen, the dog, the chat, the hit. Shout out to the Henny gang. Shout out to motherfucker the factory. Shout out to motherfucker the public gang. Shout out to the dog pound. We call it. Hey, listen, it's the YouTube streets, man. Y'all know what it is. Love is love. Peace out.
Peace.
We out.